Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is an AMX ELC. It's a tier 5 French light tank. It's located on the northeast corner of Glacier and it's under the command of Prussian Joe. And he's got 3 marks of excellence on the barrel. Now that's a 90mm main gun capable of 240 alpha and 120mm of pen with standard AP with the APCR that goes up to 150mm. Now, this was the part of the ELC project in the 1950s to build an airborne tank. They started work 1955. Hasn't found the enemy yet. Oh, he's been spotted. Needs to get into cover quick. And that was a round landing near him. And he's taking rounds from a Covenanter tank that's only a short distance away. Can he get a shot on this guy? Yes, he can. Yes, he does get a hit. And it's a high roll for 270. Ow! Took a round in his rear from a Type T-34. The Covenanter's gone, but he just took a hit in the tracks from the Nashorn. Fixed it with his repair kit straight away. Okay, he's trying to get to cover. This little tank only weighs just under 8 tons fully loaded. So it's a very light tank when it was supposed to be air transportable. He's got a view range of 360 meters and a top speed of 60 kilometers an hour. So he's fairly fast and very small, fairly difficult to hit, but the gun only arcs 15 degrees either side of the center line, which means he's got a very narrow arc. And occasionally it might be better to use the 75mm gun, which has got a 360 degree arc. Well, he's managed to get into cover. No enemy in sight from here, but there are enemy on the map. T-37 in the center. It's a tier 6 game with tier 5 tanks in it, so he's bottom tier. But that means that he is likely to earn extra XP from any strike he does on a tier 6. It's only a 2-man tank, only the commander, who's also the gunner, and of course the driver. The commander also has to load the thing as well, and it's cramped in there as well. One of the reasons it has a limited arc of fire is turning the turret when it's got only 2 people and not much room to move about. You can see he's got marks of achievement on the vehicle showing that he's had quite a few high calibers and ace tankers. Now the hull armor is very, very weak indeed, but he can see a KV-1S all the way there in the distance. He's blind aiming, and that hit something. That definitely hit that KV-1S. If that round went through, he might have done a fair bit of damage. We'll have to wait and see. Okay, the Type T-34 that hit him earlier in the game is in sight, but he doesn't stay in sight for long. And now we've got a Passotto in sight, but we haven't got a shot. The gun elevation is not that high. It's only 13 degrees, and the gun depression is only 5 degrees. So he really can't use ridge lines very easily. It was supposed to be air transportable so they could take it out into the colonial areas of the French Empire. Well, yes, we say it's in the French Empire, but back when it was designed, France did have a lot of colonies. They still do to a certain extent. They're not the only country in the European Union that actually does have a colony in the Caribbean. Of course, the Dutch do as well. Now he's trying to get a shot on that VK2801-105, and you can see him Oh, good shot. Low roll though. 217, but it was right on target. There's one of these actually in the Musée de Blind in Saumur, the French Tank Museum. And they were going to build it with other armaments. In fact, I believe they were going to fit automatic cannons on it instead. It's one of the options they had available. Unfortunately, the project was cancelled at the prototype stage, even though they, and that's what they've got at the Musée de Blind, is the prototype. The 90mm gun does have 36 shells, and the prototype was manufactured by GeForce under AMX. And we've got a target. That's the KV-1S, and he's lost hit points, and he's lost some more. That was a low roll again. So I reckon that shot we fired earlier definitely connected and went through. Now we're 3 down on the enemy at the moment, which is not good. And there's that VK2801, the one that we hit earlier. Now, admittedly, going up a slope, it slows down quite a bit. 20 kilometers an hour coming up this slope. But on the flat, it does build up speed quite quickly. Okay. BK's trying to get round those rocks. And he is a one-shot for us. The Churchill's taking some damage, but he does kill the VK. And the T-37's in sight. Can he get a shot? Yes, he does! But it only hits the armor and does critical damage. It's actually a T-67, not a T-37. Oh, that was the Churchill one on our team getting splattered by Basotto. Now, if we get too close to him, he'll auto-detect. There he is. Oh, he fired just when he lifted the nose. Oh dear, and now he knows we're here as well. He's turned around, and now the Panzerwehr F2 is shooting him in the rear. It's a one-shot. Yes, he got him with a one-shot. A snapshot at that, but he got him. Yeah, it was unfortunate that he moved forward just as the gun lifted and fired, and the round went over the top of the target. He probably would have killed him with that first round. But they've unfortunately managed to, well, they've managed to kill him. Now we've got the Panzerwehr Fünfer, which of course is a premium tank. Oh, he gets him with one round. Direct hit, penetrated. Yeah, that's going to cost him on credits for the rounds, though. Well, I don't think he'll be too worried about that because he got the kill. He's got another one. That's 3 kills now, Prussian Joe. He'll have to tell us what ARG means. Is it just the sound you make when you die or whatever? ARG. It sounds like something Batman would say as he's killing someone. Well, it's one way of going over a wreck. Well, we're only 1 down on the enemy. They've got 2 Arty and 3 tanks. We've got 2 Arty and 2. So he's letting the Panzerfier F5 move ahead just to see if there's anyone on the circuit, on the ring road. An enemy has been spotted. It's the KV-1S. Now, we've hit him before. He's decided to go up onto the hill to shoot down on him. Lost sight of him. There he is. Yes! Tried to go for the engine bay. Unfortunately, it didn't work. But we can get another shot once we've loaded. And that guy is going to regret getting shot in the rear. Yep. Got a hit. 233. So that's the third shot we put into the KV-1S. Can he get another one in before the guy turns around the corner? Unfortunately not. So we're going to have to drive over there, and unfortunately our Panzerfier F5 is now being attacked by two tanks. We'll go for the Nashorn first. And we wipe out the Nashorn with one round. That's the reason he went for him. If he'd attacked the KV-1S, ow, their Arty hits us. But by hitting the Nashorn, which is a tier 6, he's now got another medal. You saw that pop up. Orlix medal for killing two enemy tanks a tier higher than his own in a light tank. Basotto, that guy's dangerous. He's killed before. We get one round into him, make him a one shot, and our Arty, well, Basotto fires back, but the Arty tries to have a go as well. And the thing is, now he is a one shot. And our Arty, well, both of them are having a go. One's an M44, the other one is an FB304. So the enemy have only got the KV-1S and the Basotto. That's all they've got left out of the tanks. Then it's two M44s. Now he's going very close to the water there. Basotto's chasing us, I think. Yes, he is. But he is a one-shot for us. We've got 4 kills. Could get a Top Gun. He doesn't want to appear suddenly around the corner. There he is again. We're trying to extend the range to get a shot at him at range. Yes, he does get him. The Basotto couldn't see him, and that's why he didn't get the sixth sense until he fired. And now the KV-1S is in a lot of trouble as well, because he's trying to retreat. And the enemy Arty is trying to nail us. They know where we are. They just can't hit us because we're moving about too quickly for them. Okay, so we're closing the view range to find out where this KV-1S has gone. And that's the 2-minute warning. It's a good game for Prussian Joe. Very good game. Shows why he's got 3 marks on the barrel. Oh, just spot him again. In fact, he just went round the corner. And can we get a shot? Very difficult at this range. He's going to have to fire before he's fully dialed in. Tries. Closing the distance. He's got another chance now. The KV-1S is obviously turning to face us. Oh, and the Arty takes him. That's 5 kills for us. 1 kill for the FB304. And now we've got 2 Artys to kill. Now, the M44. Oh, look at this. Chasey, chasey, kissy, kissy. And he wipes him out with 1 round. Oh, and the M44 takes us. So the other guy was good. I thought for a second we had a game of chasey, chasey, kissy, kissy, bangy, bangy. And unfortunately, the other M44 was a little too accurate. He spotted what was going on. But we know where he is. And both parties are now closing in on that target. And I would think that it's going to be the FB304 that gets the kill shot. He only needs 1 pen. The M44, the other one on our team. Yep. The M44 on the enemy team is fearful. He's running away. He knows what an FB304 can do, and he's a faster reload. Ah, 1 shot wipes him out. He penetrated him right at the end. That was a great game. Well, that was a superb game for Prussian Joe, and he says, my back hurts. Well, it should, because you were carrying your team along magnificently in that game, and the FV304 got a lovely kill right at the end to just make it all good. He managed to get an ace tanker out of that game, as well as a duelist for taking down 2 tanks who damaged him, as well as a fire for effect for doing more damage than the hit points for his own vehicle, and a bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. In fact, he got 5 exactly. He got an All-X medal. He took out 2 enemy tanks, which were 1 tier higher than himself, and in a light tank at that. He got the high caliber for dealing the most damage in the game with that 90mm gun. And he finally got a top gun when he wiped out the M44 with a side shot that went into the side armor of the vehicle. And so that was his last kill just before he got wiped out by the M44. His win rate, 20,534. That's why it's so good. You know, it's really rare that you see big win 8s for light tanks, because most of the time they're spotting, not actually doing damage. Prussian Joe, he likes doing damage, so yes, that's why he did so much. Let's have a look at the team score. Highest damage was 2,362 hit points. Second highest was the Basotto, who managed 1,746, followed by the KB2R with 1,709. When it came to kills, he got the highest number of those as well. 6 kills went to Prussian Joe. 3 kills went to the Basotto in the enemy team. That's why I said he was dangerous, because he had so many kills. And 2 kills went to the KB2R and the Panzer IV Hydrostat, the FV304 and the Churchill 1 on our team. And on the enemy team, their M44, well, he managed to get a Confederate, and the Nashorn got 2 kills, so did the KB1S. And when it came to base XP, we can see, yep, it's Prussian Joe again. So he's got the top in all 3 columns, and he's the only player to get over 1,000 base in that game, 1,229. The next highest scorer being the KV2R managed 906, followed by the Panzer IV Hydrostat with 778. He fired 16 rounds. Now, you've got a 44 round ammunition in the magazine. In fact, there was actually more ammunition, I believe, in the real version, because of course it could carry 36 rounds, although actually less in the real version, 36 rounds. 14 direct hits on the enemy, 11 penetrations. That's why he was using the premium rounds to guarantee the pens. He got 1 splash, 2,362 hit points of damage, 650 of which was at more than 300 meters. 7 hits received from the enemy. 4 of those were penetrations, 2 non-penetrations, and 2 hits by way of splash damage from the enemy Arty. 60 hit points of damage blocked by armor. 3 enemy vehicles spotted, 9 enemy vehicles damaged, 6 killed, and 761 hit points of damage assist. On a premium count, he actually made a loss on this game of 55,392 credits. And I think you can see the reason why. The ammunition costs. I did say it would be expensive, and it was. So he made a loss, but he won a great game. He actually also got 25 bonds out of that game and 2,765 experience points as well. So it really was a good one. And it was right to the end. You can see the two-minute mark had already gone. And in fact, the game ended at 14 minutes and 49 seconds. So they weren't seconds away from the end. And that M44 was desperate to get away from the FV304. And the reason being is the FV304 is faster. It's got a 4.5-inch gun. If it hits the gun shield, as it did, it would go straight through the gun shield and you get a full roll, and 450 hit points on an M44 would wipe him out. So yeah, that's why he was trying to get away, because he wanted to extend the game to get past the end of battle time. But it all came good in the end, and he got a lovely result with a very high win 8, an ace tanker and lots of medals. Well done, Prussian Joe. I'm the sort of battle that I think even Rorik 78 would like, because I think he would consider this a good one, except, of course, that he used a lot of premium ammo. And I'm sure Rorik would only have standard ammo in it just to prove that you could do it. But great game all the same. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please give this video a like, and thank you for watching.